Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it baby. Make it make sense. Come on, make it make.
What's good, y'all? Let's Make Sense of It podcast. Back for another episode. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Definitely Happy New Year. And like we always say, Ash,
The truth you don't want to hear, but you need it.
definitely need it. And as like we always go, I'm the boy Vance.
I'm Ash.
Back again, New Year, same shit. Actually, we shouldn't say that. We shouldn't say. We're not saying.
We
We're not.
got
no.
shit.
Yeah. No, we're not gonna say. We're not.
Shit, but we got shit happening to us. Bitch. So
Yeah, we're not gonna say.
We're not
Exactly. We're not gonna say. New Year, same shit. Because definitely New Year, new goals.
We started off our New Year correctly.
Absolutely, we definitely did. We definitely did. So, hope everybody else, hope y'all had a safe New Year.
Right.
Like always, follow us on IG. Let's make sense of it _. Let's make sense of it _. Make sure y'all like and subscribe on YouTube. Just type in Let's Make Sense of It. Let's Make Sense of It podcast. Anything along those lines, because luckily for our name, we're easy to find on YouTube. You can type us in on Google. We just pop right on up, and you can find us wherever you listen. Any of your listening platforms, Apple, Spotify, etc. Wherever you listen to your podcast, we are there. So we appreciate all the support, and it's going to be a big year. We're gonna have a lot of fun this year. We're going to be around for a little bit. Yes, definitely got a lot of shit going on. So as always, we have themes of the show. So we're going to start the year off. We're going to start it with standards of a friendship. That is the theme of today's show, standards of a friendship. So let's start it this way. One of the standards, holding a friend accountable. How do you hold your friends accountable in a friendship? Let's start there.
Tell them the truth about themselves. Don't be out here letting your friends do dumb shit just because you don't want to, you just don't care or you feel like they grown. Like, just don't let them be out here doing dumb. If you know it's dumb, like, let them know, like, I don't think that's a good decision. I don't think that's a smart choice. I ain't saying you got to judge them, but let them know. Like, y'all just be out here letting your friends do whatever. Like, damn well she can't fit them clothes, but you let her come outside like that. You know damn well them sneakers don't go with his fucking pants, and you just let him come outside like that. Like, you know damn well that her baby father, his baby mother ain't shit. Y'all just letting them just keep continuing fucking these motherfuckers. Like, no.
Yeah,
let
man.
them know. That, if they choose to continue to do this shit, it's fine. It's their prerogative. But at least you said something.
Yeah, because holding friends accountable is actually, it's a lot of layers to that, because sometimes when you've been a friend with someone for so long, they kind of brush it off. Like, when you try to hold them accountable for certain situations, certain instances, they kind of just brush it off like, oh, that's just you being you. Especially I think it's harder. The more years you have in, the harder it is sometimes to try to hold your friends accountable, because they look at you, it's just like, all right, they just saying that. But in reality, you're growing. And when you grow, you try to, you want your friends to grow with you.
Right.
But sometimes your friend doesn't want to grow with you, and they think you're still that same person at that same stage where you were back when y'all first met each other. And sometimes that causes conflict. Sometimes it causes more conflict on your end than it does with the friend, because you're beating yourself up. You're like, man, like, this, I really love this person. This really we solid, but somewhere we not meshing.
I mean, you can't force somebody to grow. Friend,
No.
Sister, brother. You can't force somebody to grow. Even if you growing at a steady pace, you can't force them to come with you. It's nice. It's a nice ending that you might want to see, but it ain't probably going to happen right away, because they have to want to do it. And you can't be a real friend to somebody if you can't hold them accountable.
True.
You can't. It's just your acquaintances. Y'all just cool. That's not your friend if you can't hold them accountable and tell them about themselves. Or they can't tell you about yourself. Like, let's make that known. Like, you can't just be out here trying to give everybody 50 truths and you don't want yours. You don't
want to tell yours. You don't tell yours yet.
That's dumb.
It's funny. Somebody actually used one of our, like, I put it out there to the people, asked them, what would what some of their standards of a friendship would be, and they actually used one of our lines. They used it's not always what they want to hear, but what they need to hear.
Of course.
And that's the truth, because when you start to tell your friend about themselves, depending on that particular friend, they get on the offensive.
Very much so.
And they think you're attacking them.
Yep.
And I think that's sometimes the problem when it comes to just, not even just friendships, but just in general. When you try to tell somebody about themselves, they always seem to think you're coming off as attacking when you're really just stating truths. But sometimes those truths people don't really always want to hear.
And I think that's not knowing your friend if you feel like you're being attacked.
Right.
Because if it's actually your friend, then you should already know like how they come off to you when they telling you something. If it's like something about yourself, or if they just, giving the honest truth, or they giving their honest opinion. If you feel as though you're being attacked constantly, then you need to like take a look at yourself and figure out like, what is it you're not trying to hear that you keep being defensive about? Because everybody ain't attacking you. It's not even that. It's not that deep. It's not that serious. Everybody's not attacking you, trying to tell you what you're doing wrong or what you should change.
Right. Sometimes they want to help you become a better person.
Yeah, they want to see you do better. They want to see you at your full potential. And if I can't tell you that this is going to drag you down, this is not take you to where I see you going, or where I know you see yourself going, if you feel attacked from that, then something the fuck wrong with you.
Yeah, I mean, everybody receives different situations differently. But so when I put that question out there, I got some answers. So one of the answers was, when it comes to standards of a friendship, be loyal. Be loyal.
Now, because I know when motherfuckers be like, oh, I need a loyal friend, and like, what's a loyal friend to you? Like, is a loyal friend not telling, all the shit that you doing that you're not supposed to be doing? Is a loyal friend not talking to the girl that you have a problem with for whatever reason you got a problem with her?
It's funny. Stop right there. Hold on. It's funny you say that. All right, so stop right there. So people have different definitions when it comes to loyalty. All right, so like you just said, you have a friend that this person doesn't like this person, but you don't have beef with that person. Mm-hmm. Now, that friend gets mad at you because you're not mad at that person like as they are. Now, who's in the wrong there? So I think sometimes one friend, like the friend will say, "Oh, you're not being loyal to me," but you looking at it like, I don't got problems with this person. It don't have nothing to do with that.
There's a very big difference. So if it's like, so you got two sides of it. If we all like used to hang out together and then y'all two had a falling out, but it didn't like that person didn't affect me personally, or whatever the case may be. I don't feel as though I need to hate this person because y'all had a falling out. Right. And it all depends on the situation. Like if they did some really grimy shit, like, shot somebody close to you, killed somebody, some shit like that. And they'd be like, all right, now I can part ways. But if it's some dumb shit, like they said something to you that you didn't like, and now you have this so-called beef with them, like, come on, you're an adult. Mm-hmm. Like, you need to move past it. Because,
like I said, it's simple situations like that. A friend will say, oh, you're not being loyal to me, you're not taking my side, but it's not even a side to be taken here. It's like, there's no. And then the other side to that is if you and this person have beef and I don't have a problem with this person, that's not to say that me and this person are chilling, going out every weekend, we constantly on the phone, we constantly texting or whatever case. I might see this person in passing and just be like, oh, what's up? Like, how you been? Da da da. Right. But there will never be me and this person in the same room talking shit about you. Or some shit like that. That's when the loyalty line is crossed because I'm letting this person downplay your character in my presence. Right. That is being unloyal to you. If this person says some nut shit about you, I won't even have to bring it back to you because I'm going to stop them in their tracks right there. You're not going to talk about my friend. About it. My friend right here. Right here in front of me. Mm-hmm. You better take that shit somewhere else. And if you have a problem, some people don't do that though. And now that's a problem right there. That's one of those problems right there. Like if you sit there and you let this person just constantly, or not even constantly, just have a conversation about your friend behind their back, and you listen there, and then the worst part is when you listen and then you go back and tell them what they said. And then don't tell me what you said. Sit there and be like, well, what the fuck did you say? Yeah, we don't want to hear what you said. What did you say back? Like, why did it even get to this point? Like, you should have took care of that when that was happening at that very moment. And even if it comes back around and you hear about it, it won't be a problem because I nipped it in the butt right then and there. Mm-hmm. I made sure that he or she knew that they couldn't come out their mouth sideways about you in my presence because it was a fucking problem. Exactly. Now, if it was a difference, if I sat there and let them talk about you and didn't say anything and then came back and told you about it, and then I'm just egging you on. I'm hyping the situation up. Yeah. And it's just like, you're not gonna probably see this person again. And if you that type of person, you probably gonna go looking for this person. That was a problem. Right. If I would have just nipped it in the butt then it's it. Now me and this person have no more communication because they did some foul shit like that. Now you can have beef with somebody and they don't say shit about you after that. Right. You got beef with them, and that shit is just it's done. And then you got beef with somebody that's constantly talking about you, constantly are rent free, sitting in their fucking head for no reason. Bro, let it go. Sis, let it go. The next one they said honesty.
Of course,
honesty when it comes to that. I mean, of course, you don't want a friend just lying to you all the time. You want somebody to tell you the truth.
You can't be my friend if I can't curse you out.
Now you say that, but some people won't agree with that because they feel though
you can't be my friend. That's why I have a good amount of friends. You can't be my friend if I can't curse you out. We can't talk to each other like. I'm not saying we talking to each other like we don't know each other, but if I can't like dig in your ass about something that I know you're better than,
right?
We're not. What the fuck? What's the point of us having a conversation?
Because I'm not just gonna keep letting you.
I ain't gonna,
I'm not gonna let you do that. Yeah.
We not kids. We're not on a playground. Like, we're adults. Like, people are getting married. They're having kids. They're starting families. They're moving. They're relocating. They're getting new jobs. Like, they starting new journeys in life. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything, or I'm not gonna pussyfoot around a subject,
right? Because
you don't like it. If you told it to me, that gives me the open opportunity to have an opinion about it.
Correct. But honesty to some people, see, and that ends up being like a big thing when it comes to friendships, because they're scared to be honest with. They like, all right, I don't want to cause friction, or I don't want to cause a problem. Nobody wants to really cause a problem. Like, oh, I don't want to cause a problem, so I'm just gonna tell them, yeah, this is what it is, and then it's kind of that. But in reality, you doing more hurt to that person by not telling them the truth than you are. Like you said earlier, if you knew that she probably shouldn't have had that on, and now she out here taking pictures and people looking at her like, man, she look crazy. Like who's her girlfriends? Or the girl, you know what's worse? The person that eggs on underneath the post. Like, you know that don't look good. You know damn well that do not look good. But you went underneath the post talking about, oh, go ahead, girlfriend, trying to hype them on. It's one thing to be a hype person, and it's another thing to tell the truth. Like, don't lie to the person.
I ain't saying you gotta tell her like this. That shit look a hot ass mess. You just take that off. Like, some people, I would say this. When you're honest with your friends, you also have to know that friend. Everybody you can't be harsh honest with.
Right.
Some people, I'm not saying you sugarcoat it, but some people you have to have a gentle honesty with. Be like, maybe you shouldn't wear that because I don't feel like that suits your body, or I don't feel like that color works with you. I don't feel like that goes together. You need to tell them that. Because why would I want you outside with me when I know I put my shit together properly, and then you standing next to me?
And you gotta crop the picture out. You got to crop them out the picture.
You don't look good, Sam. Now we can't have a group photo because you just look out of place.
You try to erase the joke, block them out the picture. And
like, why you crop me out the picture? Oh, I just thought I looked cute.
That happens. You know what else that happens a lot? When not even just clothes. Like, when somebody cooks something, like they say, you eat first with your eyes before you eat with something else. So if you see something online, you're like,
I want you to understand, everybody that make Alfredo, they Alfredo.
Stop taking all of the sauce if y'all can't make it right.
They don't need 2 jars of sauce, 2 boxes of noodles, and 6 shrimp. That's not Alfredo. You giving me noodles and sauce. I might as well eat ramen with broth. Like, what the fuck? That annoys me. Like, hype your friend up. If your friend, whatever entrepreneur they are, if they have a business, if they doing this, that, and the third, like, hype them up. I'm not saying even if you don't, you might not eat the shit, you ain't got to buy it. You might not do lace fronts, so you ain't got to go to them. You might not do this, so you ain't got to. I'm not saying you have to exactly be a customer, but if you support them, but be honest with them.
Be honest about the support. Don't fake support them.
Hype, and they selling to like 6 people, and they thinking that shit is amazing, and you know damn well it needs some work.
Yeah.
Tell them
it needs some. Yeah. Because
like, you don't need all that.
Everybody ain't a food critic. Like, everybody, because a lot of people come from homes of nasty food, so they don't even know what good food looks like.
Good food is.
Or what it tastes like.
They looking at it and they like, damn, that shit look good. And then you be like, you know what, well, let's go try it. And it's like
no,
that's not for me.
Like you said. That's why when people go to fancy restaurants and you see they got the fancy presentation and everything, that's because they like, all right, it looks good. Like, some of y'all just throw shit together and just want to sell it.
I worked at a fancy restaurant. All that shit don't taste good.
Yeah, it looks good though. See, beautiful. Everything's about presentation.
But it doesn't taste good.
It's the presentation.
I can make a plate of spaghetti look really fucking good, but it's a plate of spaghetti. It's a plate of fucking spaghetti.
The trust. I'm gonna actually get this. Trust and respect. That was another too.
You can't be somebody's friend if you don't trust them.
Yeah.
If I gotta hide my pocketbook when you in the house, that's a problem.
Yeah. If I some of y'all got girlfriends that y'all know is thieves. That's bad.
You gotta keep your man away from your girlfriend. She's not your girlfriend. She's not your friend. You need to let that go.
That's a bad joint. Like,
to let that go. Like, why?
Same for guys too. If you can't trust your girl, or you can't trust your homie around your girl, that's just no.
You have an inkling of why you can't trust these people around your significant other. And
because
that's a problem.
Low key, if you got a good one, male, female, the guy or the female, they're gonna say, "Oh, that's a good one." They're gonna keep throwing little hints out there, like,
"Oh, you got a good one.
You got a good one.
She cook for you. oh shit, she
Sometimes
you
you
asked
gotta-
her to get something, and she be like,
Tell
yeah.
you something. You gotta watch out for those ones too sometimes because they plotting on your situation. They plotting on your girl or your guy.
They want your home.
They want your happy home because they've been dealing with ain't shit motherfuckers and they see, oh, you got a happy home. Oh yeah, you know what I'd do if I had her. You know what I'd do if I had him. You like, yeah, that's one too many compliments. If you
Very
saying it
much so.
constantly all the time, yeah, bro.
You might gotta pause.
Or they might be telling you like, yo, don't fuck this up. They might be giving you a hint like, bro,
because they know
don't
what
fuck
type
this
of
up.
they know what type of nigga, they know what type of female you are. That you kind of you trying to balance that scale too much, and you be wanting to fucking up and losing the good ones and keeping the shitty ones.
Yeah, don't let your friends talk you out of a good relationship.
But you have to be able to trust in somebody in any type of relationship you have. You have to be having some type of level of trust with that person.
Trust and respect that actually goes hand in hand.
Very much so. But because just like anything, trust and respect are not given, they're earned. I'm not automatically going to trust you. You have to show that I can trust you. I'm not automatically going to respect you to a certain extent. You get a certain level of respect when you first meet somebody or when you're, getting to know somebody. And then after that, you build more respect from them as their actions, words, and all that matches. But other than that, like you can't not, how can you will feel so uncomfortable around somebody you don't trust and then respecting them. I mean respecting them. Like what the fuck you mean respecting your friend?
I don't know. They just put respect. I think all those things that we said before, it kind of all falls under respect. Like you loyal to them, you tell them the truth. Like all of that kind of falls under respect.
Don't tell their business. That's a respect point.
Yeah.
Don't tell their business, even if it's to another friend.
Yeah, see, that's another thing
Don't
too.
tell their business.
When you have friends and this friend tells you one thing, don't run back and tell another friend because clearly they trusted you to tell you. We don't need to. Now y'all sitting at dinner and now just a discussion comes up and you try to figure out you only told this person. So now you sitting there all dumb.
How the whole left side of the table know what I was
talking
talking
about? Don't. Some people gotta know that you got that friend that you just can't tell nothing to because they're gonna go run their mouth. Like, know your friends too. That's a big one. Know your friends. Group of friends, actually. If you got different groups of friends, don't mix the groups of friends, please.
Yeah, I don't know why people be so adamant about that. Like, you don't gotta mix your friend groups. It's perfectly okay. Like, you can keep them separate. You can, if you got a friend group that's like your main friend group, you can keep them separate from your other small little groups. That's okay. It doesn't make anybody more significant than the next. It's just you have different things you do with each other.
Different people, yeah. And I got some signs of bad friends too, but while I'm on this, one sign of that is if your one friend get jealous because you got another friend. You know how girls, y'all call each other, you got a best friend. But you might have another friend that you might call a best friend, but that might not be your best friend. And your one friend they get jealous about that. Like why is that?
I only have one best friend.
Well, why do girls say they have multiple best friends? Is that just something they say?
You can have multiple best friends. Like it's no rule that you can only have one best friend. It's just sometimes you may click with one more than you may click the other. But if y'all all kind of grouped together and became like each other's best friends, then it's a different dynamic. But if you were best friends with somebody and then you met somebody else and you click with them too and then they're your best friend, that's not to say that your best friends are going to be best friends. They're not. True. They may like each other, they may be cordial with each other, but that's not to say that they're going to be the best of friends. They just have a different relationship with you and you have to know how to separate those two. Your friend shouldn't be upset if you have another friend. Right. Like they can be a little. Like I have a friend who's very territorial over our friend group. She is, and we know that. We accept it, and we let everybody know right off the bat when they come into our friend group or into our situations or into our parties. She's territorial, so you might get looked at up and down a little bit.
She's trying to figure out who you are.
Who are you? Like, what are you bringing to the table? Like, who invited you? Why are you here?
Why are you here?
What are you doing? To make sure that it doesn't fuck with our friend dynamic. To make sure nobody is coming trying to start some shit and everything like that. She's not rude about it. So so when we say she's territorial, it's not to say like, oh, she's a bad friend. It's just she just want to make sure you not on some sneaky shit. Yeah,
pretty much. Another answer. I said my standards are if I got you, you should do the same for me.
Yes.
I would.
Nah.
It depends.
It all depends. You can't. Okay. Then we're going to go into a financial situation with that. If you are the friend that is more financially stable and has more financial freedom than your friend that you may help out a good amount, you can't expect them to have it the same way you do.
You do, right.
I believe wholeheartedly that they have you if they have it.
That's the key. Because some people will say, I'm here if you need it. But then that person needs it. And you be like, I got it. I mean, I was here, but you got to be specific about this type of shit. When you say this
Like,
shit,
if
you need to be specific.
Call me ahead of time.
Yeah.
Call me a couple days ahead of time, and I'll work it out and figure it out. But you can't. Everybody doesn't have the same as you, but they can have your back,
Right.
100%. But they just might not have it the same way you have it.
Yeah.
And you can't get mad at that. It's just like I'll say this: if your friend borrowed $1,000 from you. You had the means to give that $1,000 to him, and it didn't like hurt your bank account. It didn't hurt your pockets. You knew that you was gonna get it back, or whatever the case may be, whether it was a job or you just had some money coming in, and then your friend pays you back, or whatever the case may be. Instead, you might fall on hard times, and you need $1,000 now. Is your friend still in that financial situation they were when they borrowed that $1,000?
That's true.
I'm not saying that they broke and poor, but are they like living paycheck to paycheck? Are they
Yeah,
still trying to get they
shit happens fast.
Yeah, above water, and you have to understand that. And if they can't give it to you, you can't be mad at them, because if they borrowed it from you, I'm pretty sure they probably don't have it to give to you.
Correct.
After they already paid you back, I would say that much.
Yeah, but make it's too So no, I'm trying to get my words together because it was the person wrote that, but then the person right after them wrote reciprocation, which I think is kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Like you reciprocating the energy, but you can only do what you can do. Like don't try to don't hurt yourself. Don't try to be, because that's how shit fails in relationships too. Or when it comes to just people trying to floss and show off and everything, like, oh, I got you, don't worry about it, and then you get that right one that's gonna test if you really got him or not. That's the key. Oh, you said you got me, but now it's like, oh, now I'm in a situation. I said I got you 2 weeks ago. I said I got you, but now it's like I ain't got you. Like I
barely got myself right now, so I can't have you be in. No, it's
now
not
they mad at you. Now they mad at you because you like, oh, I thought you had me, and then you cause friction and tension, which it shouldn't be, but
I got you another time.
Yeah,
just not right now because a bill came up. Shit, I need food in my house. I don't have food right now. So you gotta wait.
I need food in my house. I ain't yet. Seriously.
That's always my excuse. I need food in my house.
It said through the good and through the bad.
It depends on how bad the bad is.
The bad, yeah, it does. Because if you keep getting caught cheating, bro, I'm going to be there for you, bro. We ain't going to keep. I ain't going to keep
rooting you on every time you think that it's okay to just.
I can only give you so much encouragement before I tell you, like, get your shit together.
Like, what the fuck is going on? Don't tell me. I'd be like, don't tell me. Don't tell me, but I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Like, bro, get it together. Like, you keep getting caught, you might as well just, stop. Let's start there.
Because you suck at it.
Let's just stop. That's not your sport.
That ain't. It's not your league.
That's not your league, not your sport.
You need to retire that jersey.
Like, you just need.
You suck at this.
Yeah, like if do the good and bad. Like I said, we ain't gonna keep having too much bad. I want to go do some good with you too. Like you starting a business. Oh shit, that's what's up, bro. Like we're not gonna keep going through the drama part of your shit. Like let's go. Like we getting older now. Like we not gonna keep going playing these little kid games.
Yeah, you can't like.
You still doing what you got baby mama issues still. Like y'all can't grow up. Grow up. I'm gonna tell you to grow up. I'm just gonna tell her to grow up. Y'all both need to grow the fuck up. Like, why is we still going? It's about the kid. The kid about to be 18 now.
It's only a
y'all
difference.
Still hate each other.
It's only a difference if you trying and then she acting like an asshole, or
True.
Yeah. Vice versa.
I feel like as a society we should get past that point because it's just a bad cycle, and it's more so bad cycle for the guys because they get it the worst. Like I always hear stories about the guys that got to go down to family court. And they say when they walk in there, it's like it's automatically they're already guilty. Like it's already against them as it is because they're the father. Usually. And then they look at you like you're crazy. Like there's another one. And
it's like no amount of people telling you like have receipts and do this and the third. Like when you walk into that court, it's kind of like, you won't be putting up a fight. You really gonna be putting up a fight unless she's like a really shitty ass parent. You're gonna be putting up a fight, and that's the real sad part. And I mean,
because ultimately the kid suffers.
Hopefully, people out there that are in school for law and family law and shit like that y'all can help fix the system. But this shit really does suck. And niggas, sometimes y'all gotta that pretty girl that you thought was so cute when you was fucking her raw. And now you got a baby by her, and that bitch turned into a gremlin.
Sometimes, listen.
And now you up there, you don't know what to do.
Babies, kids change people because people get real territorial about their kid. So if y'all already was beefing over some shit,
right?
And now they put a kid into it.
If she was doing pull-ups, pop-ups, and she was putting sugar in your tank, splitting your tires, keying your car, shit like that, I honestly don't think you should have a baby with her. I'm just saying. I honestly
but
don't
as
think
weird
that's
as
a
it,
good
and weird
idea.
as it might be, some dudes find that shit attractive. Like, oh, she really love me.
And now you got 18 years of dumb shit.
Yeah, don't complain now.
Can't
you knew
see
what you
your
was
kid.
doing. Or the ones that had
You on
multiple.
child support.
You got number 2. Y'all got 2. Like, bro, hey,
That
man.
go the same for the females too. If he didn't show interest in the first one, why would he show interest in the second one?
Hey,
But today we on friendships.
Yeah,
not
we on
relationships.
friendships. We not
talk
going
about
to
that another day.
It's a new year. We ain't going to do that like that. We're going to get back to that because we got a second half of that, which is signs of a toxic friendship. But first, our 2 cents segment. Make sure y'all hit that line.
Call the damn line.
Call the line. Come
Y'all,
on, people.
it ain't that
You know what I'm
hard.
saying? It's
Y'all
really
be-
not.
y'all ain't doing shit.
Y'all always say,
What
oh, we
y'all
going
want- y'all wanna hear your
going
voice?
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Oh, we going I'm going to call. I'm going to do this. Y'all ain't ever call. Just in case y'all ain't got the number. 267-648-7208. Make sure y'all hit the number. Leave a message. Like, wow, this is not difficult, people. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all got some serious
If you
scenarios.
don't want to hear your voice, we'll paraphrase it. Just,
Yes, exactly.
Just put at the end of your message, I don't want to hear my voice.
I don't want to hear
on
my voice.
camera.
All right, cool.
Okay, I'll
At
paraphrase.
least we can hear the situation. You know what I'm saying? We might not have to play it, but at least we can hear the situation. But have a crazy situation. So the guy says, I'm a drama free man and I like kids. That's it. But not my girlfriend's 5-year-old son. She was raped. He lies, stabs furniture, fights. After Thanksgiving, he cut the turkey skin off, hid it, and wore it as a face mask at daycare. I love this woman, but I can't tolerate her son. Advice. First of all, it's a lot. It's a lot going on.
That's like
This is some Ayala fix my
wrong with
life.
that baby. Something wrong with him. He need to tell.
First
I
of
don't know
all,
if he need to tell the girlfriend.
first of all, she been through a lot. Number one, because she was raped and she had a kid. So
I mean, but is she? But that's the thing about it. Like, did she get through her trauma and her kid is just being an asshole?
I don't know. Maybe he's just.
If she went through her trauma, right, and she getting through it, and she, she working past the fact that she, was raped and everything, and she had to give birth to that child as a product of that rape. If she's getting through that trauma and her son is just being an asshole, he needs to be honest with her, like, hey, like this is a problem.
Yeah, your son is crazy.
I'm not to call her son crazy.
Not
But
to call the son crazy.
This is
But-
a problem, and
but-
I see a lot of like behavioral issues in him and everything like that. Now, if depending on their relationship, if she receives that and she's like, you know what, I know, I just, I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I took him to therapy. I done tried to get help and it's not working, and I don't want to send him away. Blah blah blah.
Right.
Then he could work with her. But if she get defensive and be like, oh, it's nothing wrong with my child, and child, cut that shit short.
Yeah, don't do that.
How long
to
you
your-
gonna stay around before he's standing over top of you with a knife,
With a
or
knife.
he cutting the holes out your socks and
Young
shit
boy,
like that?
young boy already 5.
And you upset, like
He cutting the holes out your socks.
you trying to put your socks on when you got a big ass hole in the toes in the heel, like shit. I'm just saying,
Because
like,
young boy 5. So I don't know how long the guy has been around. Like he said, he loves kids, but apparently, like I said, this kid is a terror, pretty much.
hey, listen, everybody that loves kids, it's okay to say a kid is bad as shit when they bad as shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear no ADHD, ADD. Your kid bad as shit. They need an ass whooping. They need something. Like,
Yes.
what the timeouts don't work for him. You know damn well it doesn't. Fix it. Because no, nobody want to deal with a problemsome child. Even the parent yourself, you shouldn't want to deal with a problemsome child. So
Right.
don't put it onto somebody else to have them deal with it. You
Right.
have to see that. You have to see your child doing these things.
Yeah, you can't just use the excuse.
can't
You
ignore
can't
it.
use the excuse. Oh, he's just a kid, because no, he's 5 now. So he is just a kid, but it's giving bad signs, bad signals that that the older he gets, the more. I don't know if you ever seen those shows, the making of a serial killer.
Yep.
That's
Getting real
that's how it.
Jeffrey
That's kind of how it
Dahmer
starts.
vibes.
That's kind of how it. The fucked up part. That's kind of how it started off. The kid, they just younger. You know, they just doing
Next, he gonna start
crazy
killing
stuff.
animals, and he gonna start
Yep.
burning shit.
Now your cat hanging somewhere. You done stabbed. He done shanked the cat all crazy. Now it's like, oh, I think I need to get him some help. But by
But
then,
that just bothers me. Why is he in daycare wearing turkey skin?
he was wearing it as a mask
I
though.
know that shit got a stink. How did they find it? Like, he just come out in class with turkey skin. Like, what the fuck
dude-
is that?
But for that guy, I would say, you just like Ashley, you need to have a conversation, because you need to tell him, tell your girlfriend, like, listen, your son might be a little off. You might need to
He might need a
be
little help.
about it the right way. Like, come to her correctly. Don't just say, your son crazy. Like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like, really, because you could be helping her. Like, she might not even think it. She might say, oh, my son like that. Or because if you just leave and don't really have a conversation with her, the next person might come along and it might be 10 times worse. So instead of you just preventing the problem, whether depending on, like I said, it don't matter which way she take it. At least you told her, and you can feel good about yourself. Even if she get mad at you, you leave like, all right, I tried my best, I did what I could, and it kind of is what it is. But you don't want to just leave. Yeah. And then the next dude come around, he like, oh shit, like I don't know what the hell happened.
What is this?
And it's just,
that little boy.
But make sure our 2 cent segment, it's gonna keep getting crazy every week. Just call in. You know what I'm saying? Call in. Now, signs of a toxic friendship. One of them is it's always about them and their problems.
Oh, yes. You can't be the type of friend that just unload all your problems on your friends and you don't want to listen to their problems. Like everything is just about your needs and what you're going through and woe is me and your life is over and the world is ending for you and everything's crashing. It can't constantly be about you because eventually, bitch, you need to get your shit together.
Because females, I'm guessing males too, we don't always want to hear that shit. Like,
I mean, do niggas really talk to each other about their problems? Do y'all really sit and like discuss what the fuck y'all going through? No. Yeah, exactly. Because you know why? Because dudes don't really want to be bothered with that certain type of situations. We just want to talk about sports. I'm saying talk about different shit. That's the problem. I don't be understanding that. Niggas want to constantly run their niggas, don't talk about their problems with their niggas. Then when they get around their girlfriend, they don't want to talk about it either.
That's because niggas don't want to bring those problems up to their homies. Like, we don't want to bring that. We try to chill.
How is it your friend if you can't bring your problems up?
Depending on what it is. Let me say that. It depending on what it is. Like, if it's something serious or you like, yo, bro, I just need to talk. Sometimes nigga vent. It might not be often. Sometimes niggas just vent to like, bro, I need to tell somebody this shit.
I ain't saying y'all having tea time and y'all sitting around.
But I'm just saying, sometimes niggas don't want to be bothered.
Like, I mean, but it's just, with
like,
females,
bro, get it together.
With females, like, we sit and we talk and we vent and, sometimes it's like a fuck that nigga type of moment. And sometimes.
Is this 90% of the time?
No, it's not 90% of the time. Like, no, it's sometimes 90%. Fuck that nigga. Yeah. Fuck that nigga. Fuck his friends. Fuck his mom. Or
like,
fuck
damn.
everybody. Fuck all the people around him who know him. Everything.
You just be angry.
But, you just want to vent. You want to get all that off your chest. But it's just like I said, you can't unload everything on one person, 2 people, or 3 people. You can't unload everything on everybody and don't reciprocate none of that energy. That's where you reciprocate that energy comes into. If you can vent to me, I should be able to vent to you. And if I can't vent to you because you constantly like interrupting me, giving me a story about yourself and shit like that, you're not listening to actually what I'm going through, then I don't want to talk to you no more. So when I have a problem, I know damn well I'm not talking to you. When you have a problem, I'm pretty sure probably not going to listen as much anymore because it's constantly always about you.
Yeah, because like people will hear what they want to hear. They'll hear that and be like, oh no, let me tell you about what happened to me because whether for better or for worse. You just trying to just have a simple, conversation, tell your friend about this, and then they spin it, oh no, fuck that. Let me tell you about this. I was dealing with the same situation. All right, get that. Sometimes we don't want to hear about the situation you was dealing with. This is the situation I'm dealing with right now. The old cliche, you haven't walked in my shoes. Like, yeah, this is this situation right now. We don't always want to hear about what you went through because you went through this situation too many times. I'm just going through it right now. So this is something I got to deal with, something I'm dealing with.
Right.
But
you just gotta. People. I know people that do that and like interrupt the conversation.
It gets
and
tiresome.
like give you a story, but it's just like you can't do it all the time. Like
right.
Sometimes you just have to listen.
Right.
And not listen to respond. That's what a lot of people do.
Yeah, sometimes
y'all listen to respond. You have to listen to comprehend and listen to understand.
That's a good one. Listen to understand. Yeah. That is a good one right there. People do not want to listen to understand. They want to listen and hear what they want to hear, but they're not actually understanding.
And they want to respond to what they heard.
Exactly. They might be zoned off. They might be on their phone or something, not even paying attention to the situation.
All I heard was the last part. And I was like, yeah, because fuck that nigga. It's like, bitch, I done got way past that. I was on the healing process. And you went to fuck that nigga.
Listen to understand. Because sometimes like you said, you just need to be an air. Just listen. Like people just want to vent sometimes. You got to give them. You ever listen to somebody, they start venting and they just keep going, and you just sitting there like, oh shit, just let them go. Just let them go. Yeah, like you needed to get that out. Like let that 5-10 minutes vent.
I'm gonna let you know I'm still listening. Like I'm still listening. Don't worry. Like But that's another thing when you people say like communication is key. When in a friendship, relationship, whatever case may be, communication is key, but understanding is a part of that.
Yes.
You can't communicate with somebody and they don't understand the point that you're trying to make.
You wasn't listening.
They wasn't listening to understand. They were listening to respond. I can talk to you for hours, but if you're not understanding my point after this conversation, I just talked to you for hours for no fucking reason, and I wasted 10 minutes of my life.
Yeah, for nothing.
For nothing.
For nothing. Now it was a waste. Now you more mad. You made yourself more mad. They're trying to change you for the worst.
Ooh, don't let your friends keep you down. Like, if you want to stop smoking weed, don't let your friends say you a pussy because you want to stop smoking weed.
Yeah, you want to change
drinking.
your diet. You know what I'm saying? You want to do all that.
Yes.
You don't want to go out as much. Mm-hmm. That's a big one.
If you want to start dating outside your race, child, do it.
You know what I'm saying? You want to date Billy? Go ahead.
Do what you got to do.
Do what you
got to
do.
Fucking happy. If you feel as though you want to get down with the swirl, get down with the swirl. Because a nigga will go date a Puerto Rican, yellow, red, green, blue
Get down
bone,
with the swirl.
and you don't give a fuck. You sis, go do what you got to fucking do.
Yeah, don't let your friend make you feel bad because like, all right, I'm like, no, I don't really want to go out no more. I don't really want to do this whole night scene shit no more. I just want to be, chill in the house. I want to be more of a homebody.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
I want to go out maybe every so often.
Because it's not special anymore.
Yeah.
They get tired of going out every other day. They just want to chill, relax. Like, all right, I'm cutting back on my drinking. But sometimes people have a turn-up partner, and then their turn-up partner be like, I'm going to chill for a little bit. Now they mad at them. Now they feel like they got to go get another turn-up partner. Like, for what? No, maybe you should sit down.
I couldn't understand that. I was kind of upset when my best friend got pregnant and she couldn't do shit with me that I wanted to do. And it was just like, I was upset, but I did understand it was just like, she's pregnant. Like, she's about to have my godchild.
Get her a nice little mocktail.
It's something I have to do. She's not going to want to go out as much. She's going to be tired. She carrying around this baby, and it's not going to be the same. So I got to go out with my other friends. Not exclude her. Like, we included her in everything, but not exclude her is just... I just gotta, I can't do everything with her. When she dropped the baby, then we can start going out.
Chicks can't wait to drop that baby. I'll tell you that right now. As soon as that baby drop, who watching the baby? They be right out. That 9 months was like
drop them right off at the grandma's house. Like, here you go.
Absolutely. Bye. Always drama.
Ooh,
it's always drama.
That's a good one. Like, man, you calling my phone again with this shit? Who was you fighting now? You was fighting who because of what? That's stupid.
Always drama. You ever hear like it'll be a story like it'll be a chick and her friend will be dealing with a dude and now she got to show up to she show up to the dude house. Now they fighting each other and you go there and do all of this shit, whatever, fuck this dude, and then a day later, 2 days later, she back with that dude. Like, don't call me no more.
Or you fighting females over a nigga. A piece of shit. Oh my God!
Listen,
y'all don't understand how stupid that looks. You can't.
The dude feel like he the man. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you.
He don't give two shits. He don't give a fuck about y'all fighting. Cause he want to keep seeing y'all fucking fight because he feels like
y'all fighting. He still fucking both of y'all. He's a fucking
man, and exactly, he's fucking both of y'all, texting both of y'all phone on some nut shit and everything like that. And you think that shit is cute? That shit is weird, and it makes you look ridiculous. Like, know your worth, ladies, please. That nigga is not worth it if you gotta fight another female over him. And you can sit there and say like, oh, well, I put in time, and time don't mean shit. It doesn't mean a damn thing. If he don't give a fuck about the time, why is you counting calendars and shit? Why are you counting the days if he doesn't care? Because if you have to step out your character and fight another female over a nigga and he obviously doesn't give a fuck, then you need to let it go. That time is nothing. Like, nothing at all. It ain't in the history book. Nobody can record that shit.
Yeah, because you look dumb. You just fighting. You keep fighting over not even this one. You fighting over multiple. You fighting multiple chicks. Number one, you look like the real dumb one because obviously he don't give a fuck.
Yep.
If he keep letting this happen, you're like, oh, you dealing with this chick. You can't. You just like fucking. You're like one of them superheroes. You just got to fight to get to the next level. You just keep fighting every single chick that come along because you just feel as though, oh, that's my man, and shit ain't sweet, but kind of is because he kind of still doing what the fuck you want to do. So now y'all just arguing. Then you done called your girlfriends. Now your girlfriends go over there. Now y'all have a big ass brawl, and then you get back with this nigga. You be like, for what?
I be done fought my friend if I did some shit like that.
You be like,
we're fighting.
Now y'all got it wrong.
We fighting for real.
Because you like, for what? Weird. Like, why are we? Because the friend is gonna want to be there for you. Obviously, like, all right, we gonna fight. But after that, you gotta be like, yo, we gotta keep. We can't. We getting older. Like, we can't keep doing this shit. We're not in high school no more. What is we doing here? We gonna just keep fighting chicks over this nigga?
And another thing,
we need to fight this nigga.
To add to the drama one is the a friend that's always negative.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want
like
that.
Like a friend that's constantly negative. Like you tell them good news and they give you the negative outcome of that good news.
You be like, well, like you tell them, oh, I'm starting a business. Well, I mean, it's cool. I'm congratulations for you, but it's gonna be hard. Yeah. You might not make it. The business might go out of. You start giving all the negative. She's like, well, damn, I didn't even think like that. Like I'm trying to You ain't give me congratulations. Like, oh, this gonna be big. You know, you gonna do X, Y, Z. You just hit you with the negativity right away.
You tell your friend like, oh, I met this guy. He's really nice, and your friend like, well,
nah, he just like every other nigga.
He probably like every other nigga you dated. You always say they're nice, and then they wind out turning out, this and the third.
Yeah, that.
And it's just like, well, damn. Like I can't be happy. But that negativity only comes into a sense where it's okay in certain aspects. If you have a long track record, if your friend knows you, and you have a long track record of making the wrong decisions, and you come up with the same decision every fucking time, and it always starts off the same and is the same, then that friend kind of gives you negativity because they know how it's kind of going to play out because they always see it. And so you get mad at that friend for giving you that negativity, but you really can't because they know that you're not doing it any differently. You kind of doing the same shit,
right?
And so they already know the outcome of it.
Yeah.
But you still can't. It's the same thing with drama. It's like you don't want to. I don't want to constantly have drama on my phone, especially if I'm being peaceful. I don't want to constantly have drama.
Phone because you look at the phone like, oh, here we go.
Yep.
Here we go. You dread answering that phone call. You
put that shit on speaker and it's sitting on your chest because you don't even want to put it to your ear. And you just like,
The friend that constantly calls you with the gossip or the bullshit. You be like, now what happened? No, you can believe this because yada yada yada. Da 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 da. Niggas too. Niggas the same way. Niggas, bro, don't call me with the shit. I don't care, bro. No, you ain't happened with down such and such, bro. I don't care, bro. Like, what are you doing? You still caught up in the street shit, bro? Like, go ahead. Go to work.
Try to get your job.
Go to work, bro.
A couple places hiring that you don't have to be outside all fucking day either. But yeah.
Get it together. They rarely apologize.
That's a shitty ass friend.
That is.
If you can't, they not apologizing for shit.
They rarely apologize.
Like that's like you just don't think you're wrong. I'm not understanding. You just don't think you did anything wrong.
Because some people, some friends they'll just brush it off like, all right. They'll talk around an apology. Like they'll tell you why they were right instead of telling you that they were wrong. Yeah, instead of sorry.
Like, you gotta pay attention to your friends too, because sometimes you be too harsh with your friend. You might be too harsh with your friend, and they might have not needed it at that moment, and you have to apologize because you might have hurt their feelings. And even if this seems like they brush it off as it not being a big deal, apologize.
Right.
Because even if they don't tell you to your face that it was a big deal, if you apologize to them, they might feel so much better. Because at that moment, you either embarrass them or hurt them in a way that they didn't think you would. So you should be apologized. I don't understand why you wouldn't apologize to your friend that's not your friend. Like these things that are very fucking regular and easy to do.
But people don't do them.
People don't do them. That's not your friend, and you're not a good friend. This is what people get fucked up. People out here think that they're really good friends, and you're not.
And they're a terrible friend.
And you're a terrible fucking friend.
But your friend won't tell you that you're a terrible friend because I don't know why they won't tell you a terrible friend. Actually, they'll just, oh, that's my girlfriend. This my guy. Like they won't tell you like, yo, you really a shitty ass friend.
You a shitty friend.
People know when you a shitty friend, but they just, I don't know.
You a shitty friend. You only call me when A, B, and C can't go out or not doing.
I'm the last resort.
You call, but you don't text me any other time. Like you don't invite me on trips. You don't want me to go to the parties. You don't want me to do this. But when they busy, you calling me like, oh, it's buddy. Like that's not a thing. That's not a fucking thing. Like you're not a good friend for that. Like a good friend, like when people be like, oh, well, I ain't talked to such and such in this how long? Like we're adults. Like I have a life. I might not talk to you every fucking day. And don't get mad. And then this is what I hate when people see you texting other people and they'll be like, oh, but you don't text me all the time. That doesn't fucking matter.
Why does it matter? That doesn't
change my relationship with you because I'm not talking to you all the fucking time. Right. Maybe this person I can talk to all day with no problem and it doesn't go dry and nothing like that. Yeah. And maybe you I can't talk to all day. Maybe I have to talk to you more so in person. So if I don't see you as often, I may not text you as often either. But when I see you, it's nothing but love. Right. Y'all have to understand that we're adults. Like
people got shit going on.
People got shit going on, shit to do. And I be sleeping a lot too.
When it comes to apologies though, especially being older now, like it's okay to apologize. Like you fucked up, you fucked up. Like don't
say you was wrong.
Just say you was wrong. People's pride get in the way and they don't want to say they're wrong. Like, oh, I was wrong. Like you be halfway through a conversation, you misunderstand some shit, you be like, oh shit, I misunderstood this whole conversation. I was wrong. People won't say they're wrong. They'll tell you why you was wrong. Or they'll tell you what you did, but they will not apologize.
Right.
Everything's a conversation. Everything's a conversation, but people don't want to have conversations because people don't want to seem like they're wrong. Because if they seem like they're wrong, then it's like, oh, it's just ego. It's ego.
Very
ego. It's too much.
A bruised ego.
It's too much when it comes to egos, man. Like ego can fuck up a lot of friendships, a lot of relationships, a lot of shit along those lines, man. It's okay. It's okay to apologize. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Just admit it. We actually talked about this one, but jealous of other friends.
That's just stupid. Go the fuck up. Everybody can have other friends. It's like it's part of growth. Like you can have other friends. It's okay. It's really okay. Like it's okay to have other friends.
People get jealous. I don't even think it'd be real jealousy sometimes. No. It do be. Sometimes, depending on the person and depending on a friend, it do be real jealousy. You be like,
it'd be like a relationship.
Yeah, like why are you jealous of this person? Oh, I don't want you hanging out with that person. Or you might have went on a trip with this person. You might have went to dinner with this person. Mm-hmm. Oh, what, you ain't want to invite me? It was just us two. Like it wasn't like it was you weren't the only person I excluded here. Like it's okay.
I didn't bring nobody else.
Like yeah, it was just us two. We needed to have how you know we did just need to have a conversation, just us 2
Uh-huh.
Like we just needed just a one-on-one. That goes back to the I'm talking to this person. I'm telling this person something. I don't need y'all all to know everything going on
at this moment.
Yeah,
right
no.
now. Maybe I'll tell you at another time, or maybe it's not that important for me to tell y'all right now or at all. Yeah. It may not be. But who does a good? Just Hilarious does a good segment with this one. Is like her college friend, the friend she grew up with. And I mean, of course, she plays all the characters, but she does the segment, and it shows because it's real life. Like when people go away to school. And they friends they grew up with is a different group of friends than the friends you meet in college. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, and sometimes people try to join those groups together. And it's in certain aspects you can, because those friends that you grew up and may grow with you, they just might went to a different school, or they might have not went to school, but they still didn't like change too much to the fact that you can't bring them to your other friends. Right. Or your college friends may not mess with your neighborhood, your friends you grew up with, because they didn't grow up on the same side of the earth. Right. They might got a different upbringing, different way they talk, different way they handle situations. You just have to understand that. But it's just like somebody's always going to feel a shift. Yeah. And somebody's going to always feel a difference, because the person that you are when you have two different friend groups is never going to be the same. Never. Yeah, because you coming from two different. You coming from two different. It's two different wavelengths. Like I grew up with these people, so we got a history on whatever we've been through when we were kids, when we was going to parties we shouldn't have been at, when we was out in the streets when we shouldn't have been. And then I got a different experience with these group of girls because we was in college. We was in classes. We were underage drinking. We were up early. College life. We were up early, up late, sleeping at the fucking sleep schedule all off. But fucking niggas, we shouldn't have been fucking shit like that. Y'all got different goals, different stuff. But y'all all friends. Y'all all friends. It's just different, different circumstances. It's okay. It's okay to have multiple. It's fine. It's okay. People like people. You got work friends. Yes, you got work friends. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. And sometimes the some of your friends might be better than your other friends. Hey. Each his own. Man, trying to start some shit. Not at all. I got two more. Unreliable. That's unreliable. Unreliable friend. I don't have any unreliable friends. See, I rely on myself, so I mean, I can't. I don't really have any unreliable friends. Like my friends are pretty good at being reliable. You know what? Matter of fact, I would say this. I know who to rely on what for. Right. Everybody, you can't rely on everybody for the same shit. That's what people fuck up at. Correct. Know who to rely on what for. Like so you can rely on this person for a good vent session because they'll listen, conversation. You can rely on this person to try new food with, this person to borrow money from, this person to take you somewhere where you need to be taken somewhere. Shit like that. This person to show you a good time when you need it. Right. Like, would this be considered an unreliable friend? Like, you have the friend that, say somebody, like, they're always there for the turn up, but when it comes to, like, you starting a business or it comes to, like, somebody passing away, they know where to be found. Yeah, that's an unreliable friend. That would be an unreliable friend. Like, you're only there with me during the good times. Yeah, that's a definite through the good times, friend. But you're not there when I'm dealing with some shit. Yeah, like, I lost somebody. If you always there for my highs and not my lows, you're an unreliable friend. That's a difference if you're not very good at handling the lows. Right. That's but still, difference. I mean, just being like, there. I don't know how to handle shit like this, but if you need something, I got you. Correct. Some shit like that. Because if that friend knows you enough, they'll know like this is how far of a reach you gonna give me. This is okay because I know this is what you can give. Mm-hmm. This is what you're capable of. I understand it, but you can't just be like, like who wants to. What the fuck? So you only want to be there for like the good when I'm getting married, pregnancy, new job, new business and shit like that. I just lost somebody. I lost this person, this person, this person. But if I got fired from my job, I lose my house or my relationship is rocky and shit like that, you're not there. That's unreliable. Yeah. A lot of people get cut off that way too. Like, cut you off real quick. Last one. They're overly competitive. Okay. So I was about to say I'm competitive, but no, okay.
Like no,
So,
I mean
okay,
overly competitive. Like when it comes to
they always in competition with
which
their
is
own friends.
exactly.
Oh, that's shitty. Your friends are not your competition. Like you
Why
are
do people,
your
why do people think they are?
like your friends are not your competition.
It could be a friendly competition. Like, all right, I'm gonna do this.
Now your friend shouldn't be a competition. If you in a spot and you see that your friend is doing something that you want to do, they should be your motivation to do.
There we go. See, motivation and competition, two separate things. Like they motivate you to do something. All right, now you gotta go get it. But you not. Some people be secretly competing with you. That'd be the problem.
Like no, like. Your friend got married at 25, had 2 kids, they live in a nice house, they moved, they got a great job, great relationship. Everything seems to be going perfect for them. And right now, you're only probably in step 1 of that phase that you want to get to that life.
Right.
That friend shouldn't be your competition. It should be your motivation. Like, if we grew up like in the same neighborhoods on the same path and we kind of went the same journey, then I know that I'm going to get there, but it's just my time is my time and your time is yours. So why would you be in competition with your friend if they're doing so much, if they're doing better and you know they deserve this? Why would you be in competition with somebody?
They should be motivating.
They should motivate you to do better. You know what? I got to take these steps.
Some people don't look at it that way. Some people look at it as people instead of being motivated, they use it as it turns into jealousy. And I don't get that. Like you jealous. How are you? We came from the same place. You had the same type of opportunity that I had to do what I did and what I'm doing. But you looking at it as jealousy. I don't get it. It's like people when it comes to like with Wallow. Wallow had 20 years in prison. This nigga, he's always say, I give y'all a 20-year head start. He came home 4 or 5 years down the line. Look at him now. He's one of the biggest whatever right now. Y'all had the same
motivational speaker.
No, but he says a lot. I wasn't saying like that, but motivational speaker, biggest podcast, all of that. He took. Listen, did what he had to do. Came home. And got right to it. People thought he was crazy. They're like, oh, this motherfucker crazy. But look at him now. They don't think he's crazy now.
Yeah, I mean, you just got some. You have to, like I always, you have
motivation.
You have to take a leap of faith. Like you can't. Sometimes taking steps is not always it. Sometimes you got to start like taking 2 steps at a time. Yeah. Sometimes you got to start running.
You
got
to do it. Stop just talking about it.
You got to be about
it. Your idea only works if you put it into action. You can't just keep having an idea after idea after idea, and none of these ideas you put into action. Or you put one idea into action, and then you like, all right, let me jump over here. I'm gonna work on this. Then let me jump over here. I'm working on this. Then it's like
no, please finish what you started.
Finish what you started.
Finish each step before you jump to the next one.
Because you know how? Because you end up going in a circle. Because you jump here, and nothing really
is completed. You just got a half-ass circle.
Now you all over the place.
Now you got a bunch of shit. Now you got a full circle when every end is closed up. You just got openings in each part of your circle, so your circle is not full.
Yeah, but listen, put the show in a bow.
Be better friends. It's 2022. I know a lot of y'all probably got COVID or the flu or the cold or some type of sickness. I'm not even gonna say sickness. Everybody's going through a transition right now. I would say that. Whether you were, under the weather, whether you lost a family member, whatever the case may be, but it's just like be better to people, because some of y'all suck to people. Yeah. Just be better. Like today's was the standards of friendship. Like we talk a lot about relationships and everything that it is, but being a good friend is always a solid foundation to anything.
Absolutely. Like
be the friend that you would want somebody to be to you, but don't be shitty about it. Like have boundaries and shit like that, and be honest right from the get go. Be honest with your friends, hold them accountable, and everything like that. Make sure that they are on the right path to where they should be.
And like I said, like to finish, sometimes you outgrow your friends.
Very much so.
Nothing personal against them, nothing along those lines, but people grow, and you can't keep trying to wait for your friends to try to grow with you. Right. If after all of these years they stayed in the same spot and you keep growing, and they still keep saying, oh, I'm trying to get up there with you. No, you gotta put it into action. Put your words into action. Definitely. Stay safe, people, because it's like I said, it's getting
a little crazy.
Out here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody getting the B2K virus.
It's not funny, though.
It's not though, but it's
just take your meds, your
wash your hands,
remedies,
you know what I'm saying?
Your CMOS, your
all
vitamins,
that good stuff,
elderberries, all that good stuff. If you gonna
get shot,
get the shot.
If not, then listen. Whatever.
Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do to stay healthy.
Do
what you gotta do to stay healthy. Don't be out here sneezing on people. You know what I'm saying? And we like we say, common sense ain't always too common, on that note, like I said, common sense ain't too obvious. People don't know how to wash your hands. You know what I'm saying? Don't just run your hand under the water, wash them. You know what I'm saying? This is basic. This is basic. Soap and water.
Dry them.
And don't be smoking off other people's hookahs.
Stop drinking off people's cups.
But we appreciate y'all. And on that note, it's the Bull Vance. Holla at y'all.
Make it make sense. Come on, make it make sense. Come on, make it, baby. Make it make sense. Come on.